I probably fart. Cause y'all
You could
always
kill
call me out
somebody
on
with
that. Yeah.
Golly.
So that'd be my power. Yeah, that'd be my
That would
finisher.
be a good finishing move.
Yeah, it would. Carlton, what would be your finisher if you was in a video game? Oh, he'd probably pull out the Clippers.
That would be a good finisher, right?
And do
there.
well with
Yeah.
him.
That would be a good cut somebody.
Right. we know.
So
We
the
know
Mixx
what.
didn't even know we were just talking about.
We know what Aaron's would be.
What Aaron's would be.
Aaron pulling out a fork and a knife.
Definitely. Probably
She gonna eat.
She gonna go on tour.
Yep.
So we were just talking about video games, y'all. Behind the
Yeah,
scenes.
man. We took it way back.
We did take it way back.
Way back, man. But shout out to the Mixxers, man. Shout out to our sponsors.
Yeah.
Capture the World. You peep your girl with the Capture the World on. Rich King brand. And of course, you know.
Am I the only one being a sponsor tonight? What?
Yeah.
I am.
He might be.
Yeah,
I
you might
am.
be.
I'm
And Sour Life.
from the shot, so I got my, Chicago everything.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Always repping. Always repping.
Yep.
So you know we got a nice fun-filled Tuesday evening for you guys. Listen,
Is
the
it
phone
fun,
line.
though?
Yeah.
It's controversial.
It's annoying.
Fudge
Okay,
it.
that's better. Than
Yeah,
sexy.
it is. It is. But listen, the
Yes.
phone lines are open. So call us up tonight, 404-436-1277. You guys can definitely get in the mix.
Don't be shy. We want to hear.
we
your
actually
opinions.
have a caller who wants to call in tonight during the round table.
Mix? Okay.
Yeah, so this is good. So you could definitely call in during that as well. Again, the number is 404-436-1277. Let's jump right into what you
I
mixing
feel
up.
like I haven't done round table mix in a minute.
I know.
All right, it's been a
Yeah.
couple weeks.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah.
And we're looking for it. It's a good one.
It's a good one.
So last night, it was a weak Monday night football game, but whatever. Eagles take down the Giants in overtime, 23-17. And what's crazy is that the Eagles are now tied in their division with the Cowboys, but the Cowboys have the one up on them because they're 4-0 in the division, but they're both sitting at 6-7.
Man. First of all, shout out to the worst division in football.
Facts.
The NFC East.
Like, seriously.
They talk the most trash. First of all, one of my favorite things to do in the shop, when I'm doing what I do, is incite arguments between NFC East fans. It never fails. It don't matter who in there. If the Giants fan walk in, oh, you a Giants fan? Look, my man's right here. Eagles fan, argument instantly. You a Redskins fan, instantly. Cowboy, you a Cowboy? What? Y'all trash. Instant argument. I love
Oh, but listen, you won some bread last week because
Oh, yeah.
your Bears beat the Cowboys.
it. I don't usually bet. But when I do, make sure I win. Shout out to those Bears.
So there's a
getting-
lot of
That was-
talk
that
around
was
the
a good bet.
Cowboys about their individually good players, but collectively they're just not in unison, and the team is just bad.
Listen, man.
But
football is the
Cowboy
ultimate
fans
team
are
sport.
like ride or die.
It's not just
Cowboys fans are like New York Knicks fans.
They
no
are.
matter what,
Man.
every year they feel like it's going to be their year, no matter what.
Never their year.
No matter what. Thursday night matchup got the Ravens against the Jets. And a petition was created to have the NFL remove Mike Vick as an honorary 2020 Pro Bowl captain. If you guys are still on this dog fighting thing, let it go. My
Yeah.
man served his time. He did what he had to do, came back into the league, did his thing. It's over. It's 2019. Move on from that.
Yeah, I
You
agree.
don't understand.
I
You
agree.
cheer for some of these players that beat on their wives, cheat on their wives, do any and everything possible, but yet y'all don't want to see this man just be great.
I agree.
Not only that, but he wasn't even the one fighting him.
Exactly.
He let some people use his house to fight the dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like, not that it makes
Yeah, it was
okay,
just poor judgment.
but it's
That's
the
all.
difference.
But he
Come
did
on,
the time.
He literally did it. He literally did his time. Like,
He did. I think that's the the basis of it. He did his time. Y'all move on. Like that doesn't take away from his accomplishments.
Right. Apologize
you know?
for it too and all of that. So I
Yeah,
mean,
and,
if he
like,
could go
you
back
know.
in time, he probably would not do any of
Who's
that.
behind this petition? What kind of people? What the people are?
White folks.
son, come on, man. We know the answer to
Come on
that.
now.
I just love him to say it.
Come on, man. And the Patriots caught cheating again.
Really?
Oh,
When?
yeah.
But here's the crazy
I'm gonna
part.
talk about them a little bit.
It was they were spying on a team that's pretty much like holding for the number 1 overall pick in the 2020 draft, the Cincinnati Bengals.
Really?
You have to be kidding me.
I did not hear this story. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they sent one of their camera crew over and they like just had the film recording on their sideline to like watch their calls for about a good 8 minutes or
They
so.
said they was doing a documentary or something like that.
Something dumb, man, and it's like, yo, at this point, I just can't respect well, I never did respect them ever since the Spygate came out. When they did it, what year was that?
2004.
Excuse me, I forget what year it was, but it was against the Jets. I think that's when they found out about it. The Deflategate, when they were
With the ball.
with the ball. So I just
Yeah.
I can't really respect them. I can't.
You know, I wanted to bring up, you know how the Patriots has been looking not so good these last couple games,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So is this like a dynasty coming to an end?
I mean, you just
With
got
the
to
New England
understand. You
Patriots.
have to understand at some point, everything's going to catch up to your body. Tom Brady can't play until he's 50. It's almost as if, like, when MJ was with the Wizards, it was horrible to see. You loved seeing MJ play, but you could just tell his age
the
was
same
Catching
MJ.
up, yeah.
it caught up to him.
And I feel like, you know, the Patriots aren't the same team. Brady's just not getting the protection that he was getting before. He doesn't have people he can rely on. So it's a different team.
I'll put it to you like this. What my man Shaq say? Father Time is undefeated. So no
Facts.
matter what happened, he can get old. And people thought he was going to be way better. First of all, he's been on a decline. It hasn't been a steady
Definitely
decline.
has.
But the thing is, the older you get, the quicker the decline goes.
Mm-hmm.
So you can be great one year, decent another year, good the next year, and trash the following year.
Yeah.
Facts.
And it's like, you know what I'm saying?
But I mean, he's
42.
had almost 20 good
Almost, he
years.
has 20
Yeah,
years. He
20
done
years.
had
20
20
years when he
Yeah.
come in the
He
league.
been
That was
here 20 years.
2001. Was it before
He
that?
started starting. He started starting in 2000.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when
Pretty
Drew
much.
Bledsoe
Yeah,
got
but
hurt.
Yeah.
He was
And then-
he was drafted. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But I
6
mean,
rings
Father Time is undefeated.
in under
man.
20
we
years.
not mad.
I'm
at
not
So
it.
even
should
going.
Tom
I'm not even
Brady
going.
retire?
I'm not even going front.
You
I
think
don't
he
even think
retired?
I could respect him for those 6 rings because it's like
He keep getting
y'all
caught cheating.
y'all cheating. You not even the GOAT.
No. That doesn't take away from his skills and ability. Just because they cheating don't mean nothing.
No. I'm not trying to hear that at all.
Just because they cheat doesn't mean he's not a good quarterback.
That takes away
How?
the deflate gate. Come on now, they made the ball special just for him so he could complete the passes. The players could catch it.
Sure, okay,
come
I'm
on.
not negating that, but I still feel like, let's say he didn't do that,
He's a
still be just as
cheater.
good.
He's a cheater. That doesn't take away anything. He's a cheater. That's like saying a man being in a relationship, he get caught every time, but that's like saying he's a great cheater.
They probably are. Well, no, clearly they're not good cheaters because they're getting caught. But I'm still feel like just because you cheat doesn't mean he's not a good player.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we can argue they may not have won certain games because they cheated, but I'm talking about individually. Tom Brady himself, I still think he is a good quarterback, despite the fact that the team collectively cheated.
Who would you rather have as your quarterback, Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers? We'll see if she really knows quarterbacks.
Aaron Rodgers is really good.
My question to you
I don't
was,
know.
who
No, I
would you
can't
rather
say,
have?
Just wants
'cause-
to answer.
You want me to say Aaron Rodgers, but I don't know if I'm going to say that.
Who
So
would
say
you
your
rather
answer.
have? Just say your answer.
I can't say.
Wow.
Who would you say, Aaron Rodgers?
Of course.
Why?
Aaron Rodgers is extreme. Have you not seen him?
I know I've definitely
He
seen
is
him.
extremely clutch when it comes down to
He is.
game-winning touchdown
I agree.
passes, mobile. I mean, if you really need somebody to get the job done, he will get it
I
done
agree.
for you.
I can't argue that. He's a great quarterback.
He is.
How you know their team ain't cheat? They didn't get caught.
'Cause
So
they-
a lot
you
of
don't
people
know-
probably- Look,
All the teams that you hear about cheating, it's 32 NFL teams.
'Cause the
32
Patriots-
NFL teams, and what team always gets caught
because
cheating?
they're the winning team, so all eyes on me.
Nah,
like Tupac.
nah.
I mean, listen. All I know is how many times have they been caught cheating? We got the
Like 3 times, maybe.
Deflategate, Spygate, the new Spygate,
Right.
or whatever. Like, that's just how many times they got caught.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. Other teams could probably be cheating. We look at the
I mean,
defender on the Bills,
I
and
hear
he was
what you're
out there
saying.
running, trying to look at the play sheet.
You
I
can't
hear what
call
you're
him a
saying.
cheater.
That's getting
He
caught,
was
though.
joking.
He was
Yeah,
not joking.
He looked at what was he really going to get?
He tried to put
What
the
was he going to
ref
study
over
and
there
get done
he
in,
did a-
in that quick second? Seriously.
That's like in an NBA game. Like, if you on the opposing team and your opponent is standing right by you trying to say their play, and you right there like, do y'all not know I'm right here? Let me listen.
But that's still cheating. No, you could have some morals. He ain't
I
had
mean,
to, in the play
I
sheet. He
guess.
could have not looked at it.
I
He
guess.
chose to look at it, so
I
he a
guess.
cheater too.
I guess. the level of cheating that is like right
Look
here.
at you see them daggone
Versus-
levels. Cheating is cheating,
No,
regardless.
it's not. No.
Not
You
at
ain't
all.
on the sideline. He ain't
No,
gotta
it's
listen.
not.
He can keep moving. He chose to listen because he
But
want
he
to hear
has
it.
ears that work. So even if he's not trying to listen, he's gonna hear.
Hell
Versus
yeah.
them being
Guys,
like,
some of
y'all
the
don't
levels of
even
stuff.
y'all don't even know that we watching everything that y'all doing
The point
and
is
writing
the
it down.
choices, and they choose. Or you're
No,
choosing to cheat,
that's
and
not
they
the
get
point.
caught.
Listen,
That's not
guess
the point.
What?
They some cheaters, and they
They
getting
are
what they
cheaters.
deserve.
That is not the point.
So guess what? Their time
It's
as champs
limited.
is done. It's done.
Yeah,
It's a wrap.
I don't think it's the Patriots.
It's a
year
wrap.
this year at
The
all.
dynasty is going down.
So in predictions, who do y'all think is going to the Super Bowl? We had a prediction last week. Hey, you said the Ravens and 49ers, which I think is a really good prediction, by the way.
That'll be a rematch too.
It
Yeah,
would be a
that'll be a
rematch,
good
yeah.
rematch.
Last time them teams played, you know who was one of the quarterbacks in there, right?
Yeah.
Good brother,
Yeah.
Captain
Yeah.
right there. Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. I could either see Ravens and Seahawks, or
I would like that.
you know me. You know
That would be good.
I gotta rock with my team. Steelers and 49ers.
Okay.
Battle of the two teams with most championships. Well, all tied now. Well, no, actually, 49ers had 5.
Wait,
And we're tied with
y'all tied with New England.
New England
You
for 6.
Steelers fans love to count them old ass Flintstone era rings.
Well, it's not really
not fair.
Flintstone era because we won 2 in my era. Thank you
When
very
you won,
much.
2008 or 10?
2008.
I knew that year.
Yeah.
What was that
And then
year?
2010.
All right, we in 2019.
They went
Well, I mean,
another
we
time.
got
And
it
then-
in
and then we
2012, so it's not
and then
that
we
different.
went in 2012.
Okay, but y'all
But
still
it's
got those
era.
ever rings back
But
then.
it's cool. It's cool.
6 rings.
So what?
All right, y'all
I
got
mean,
2 in
When
your
y'all had
area,
the Colts, how
y'all
many
get
did y'all
cool.
have?
Low
I
key.
don't know how many.
Exactly. None.
We could see a whole playoff rematch from that 2013 season. Remember, it was Seattle and was it Seattle and San Francisco in the NFC Championship when
Yeah.
San Fran went the next year
When
Rematch,
Richard
and
Sherman
then
said,
Seattle
"Don't you
went-
ever talk about me."
for no reason. It was a good game out there. How you feeling? Don't you ever talk about the best? Who you talk about? Crabtree. What did he do? He called me a bitch. He said something like that.
So who's
Man.
your
Man's a
prediction,
fool.
C? Who do you think is going to
Oh,
go?
me?
Yeah.
From the AFC, I ain't gonna front. I think the Ravens gonna pull it through. I would like to see Lamar get there. That boy is nice.
Yeah, he
From
balling
the
out.
Just
NFC
juking
though,
and breaking ankles out here, yeah?
from the NFC though, I can see Seattle going though.
Okay.
Like I said, if it's the Seattle San Fran NFC Championship again or something like that,
Yeah.
I want to see it. I think it would be a good matchup at the Super Bowl to see Russell Wilson versus Lamar.
Seattle
It would.
Seattle
That would
did
be- that
lose
would be-
Sunday's game. Was it Monday game or Sunday's game? When they play Sunday night, Monday
Sunday
night?
night.
Yeah, who did they
Yeah.
play?
The Rams.
Rams.
It's cool. That's only
they
their
beat
third loss
them.
of the season though.
It is. So
They still balling out.
The Rams been on one too. So,
Yeah. So moving on, college football. So of course, you know, they had the conference championship matchups over the weekend, and those that were victorious, they now have the college playoff matchups set up. So you have number 1 LSU taking on number 4 Oklahoma,
Yeah.
and number 2 OSU Ohio State taking on number 3 Clemson. So here's my prediction. I believe in the national championship, it's going to be LSU versus Ohio State.
you agree?
Same thing.
Okay.
Same thing.
Sorry.
You're going to get your money's worth.
That's
Going to be a great matchup. And you got to really think. And then on top of that, for the Heisman Trophy announcement is this Saturday. And the finalists, all 3 quarterback finalists are all transfers.
Man.
LSU quarterback Joe Burrow,
Shout out to him.
Oklahoma quarterback Jalen Hurts, and
He
Ohio
nice.
State quarterback Justin Fields. And then you have Ohio State defensive end Chase Young. But I feel like Joe Burrow is going to win it.
He probably win that, man.
And the reason being is just like when you look at LSU's schedule and who they played and who they balled out against, and then on top of that, I mean, you beat Alabama, so it's been a good season for them. But they're already talking about, you know, LSU's quarterback being like the number 1 overall pick for Cincinnati. But to be honest with you, I feel as though he's going to be a bust in the league.
Think so?
I think so. I think he's going to be a
Because-
bust in the league.
I know. It's a few Redskins hopefuls out there talking about drafting another quarterback.
Why on earth would they want to do that? You know what? Actually, that would be good. I'd rather them draft another quarterback and trade Dwayne Haskins to another team who's really going to take care of him. To be honest with you, though, we will see a lot of quarterback changes from some teams this offseason. Yeah. So
just like Denver, I'm really liking him. That rookie. What's his name again?
Oh, Drew Lock.
Yes.
Drew Lock. You like him off that one game?
I mean, I seen that he has great potential.
In that one game?
Yeah, I mean, what's wrong with just judging off one game?
All right, we'll see.
But I did not watch. I had clips. Or seen clips.
Oh, you had clips?
Okay.
Seen clips.
Okay.
Did watch it. But I seen the clips. He was, they were talking about him, and I think he made some. They were saying that he, he did complete most of his passes. Got some touchdowns.
Played a good game.
Now you know what? To be honest with you, he did play a good game against a playoff contending team in the Houston Texans.
Yeah, he beat them, so it has to give him. So think about that one game makes a difference, right?
Yeah.
Or like from that one game, we'll see.
We'll see what happens in his next game. Then we'll see how you'll feel then.
Then it's gonna be 2 games. If you do bad, that's 50-50.
Right.
All right, that's true. But it looked like there will be some changes as far as quarterbacks.
We're going to see.
Tell him to do his thing.
Hell yeah. Moving on to the NBA. Clippers take down the Pacers last night, 110-99. Celtics crushed the Cavs, 110-88. Kings get the win by 1 against the Rockets, 119-118. The Bucks continue their dominance over in the East with the 21st win of the season against the Magic, 110-101. D Rose is still clutch.
I love D Rose.
He leads his Pistons to a win on a buzzer beater, 105-103. And I know you proud of that, man.
See that, man? Chicago over everything. Listen, if there's any players in the world I'm always root for, it's always my Chicago people. D Rose, shout out to him. And then you heard what he said. He's like, pardon my English, but I'm built for this shit.
Yeah,
because he is, man.
He really is. Like that. People must be forgetting that this man won MVP. He won MVP. So
if and when that man could do it,
when that man is healthy, he's dangerous.
Come on, man. He built for this.
He can still ball out.
You know what I'm saying? Stop playing with that, man.
Hell yeah, but your Raptors took down your Bulls.
They did. Shout out to the champs.
92.
Shout out to the champs. I know some people that was at that game too.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it was a good game.
Yeah.
Shout out to the champs. Oh, before you finish though too, I just want to say, I'm a little bit disappointed in the Indiana Pacers fans because they booed Paul George last night. The Clippers beat him.
Yeah.
But for one, this is like his 3rd season out of Indiana. They never really booed him before, so I don't understand what happened. But
are you disappointed with the Patriots fans for booing them halftime?
But more than who? The Patriots?
They
cheated, so.
Nah, they're spoiled.
They are spoiled,
yeah. So we don't care. We don't
care about their fans.
Cheated.
Facts.
And they cheated, so
whatever.
They probably booed him for that.
Hell yeah. Suns take down the Timberwolves 125-109. Thunder take down the Jazz 104-90. Yo, did you see that move Chris Paul put on Gobert?
Had him spinning around real quick.
That was ignorant.
Like a good fake.
That was ignorant. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And Ja Morant back from his injury, and he leads his team to a win over the Warriors, 110-102. I'm just gonna say this: if Zion was playing, I feel as though it would be neck and neck between the two of them for Rookie of the Year.
Yeah,
because Ja has been balling out.
He been hooping. That boy got hard.
Yeah, he do.
Nice.
And I think Memphis realizes that they're gonna have to surround nothing but talent around him because they could really build a team around him. Because that boy is nice.
That boy nice, but you don't see Hart like that. He not that big. He's like
not
6'3", probably like 180.
Yeah,
something like he be trying to boof it on 7 foot like already.
He don't care.
He came in the league like everybody can get it.
Hell yeah,
that. I love it.
So I love his heart, man. He definitely been balling. Moving on to some news here. So George Zimmerman sues Trayvon Martin's family for $100 million for engineering false evidence in the murder of Trayvon Martin. Zimmerman is suing the family for civil damages, for defamation, abuse of civil process, and conspiracy. It's alleged that the prosecution's key witness in the murder trial was an imposter coached by the Martin family and their lawyers.
Okay, so he's losing that case.
Right.
Yes.
Like that's an L he's going to take.
Should have lost the first one.
how is this man still walking around? I don't
Man.
condone violence, but this man, like
Yeah, I'm not
I-
gonna lie. I'm surprised that no one didn't, but they probably like he not worth it. They just gonna end up going to jail.
It has to be that one person that doesn't care
He
about
didn't go to jail.
Okay, he didn't go, well, cause he's not of our color.
Like it has to be.
So
that,
if somebody of our color, yeah, they're going to jail.
yeah, it has to be
So
that
somebody
one
who
person
personally just
that-
don't
yeah,
care,
he
just
don't
give
care.
0 Fs.
Facts.
Maybe.
It has to be that one.
Then they like, all right,
You know what I'm
cool.
saying?
They feel vindicated.
I just know as far as false evidence,
Yeah.
come on.
He's wilding.
Come on.
Yeah.
Like you're
The
at
key
this,
witness, coached by the family. Come on.
You
They
sound
were on
crazy.
the phone. They were on the phone. Your lawyer, I don't know if y'all watched that case. I was watching it when it happened. The whole, you know how it is in court. You got to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. The lawyer's job was literally to make the woman who was on the phone with him feel stupid and look stupid in front of the court, so that the jury could be like, oh well, we can't believe her because she don't know what she's talking about, when she was on the phone with this man as it happened, and it worked, unfortunately. But come on, coached.
right.
Come on, man.
You got
Engineered false evidence. Come on, man.
this man.
Defamation. The whole country watched that. It
Yeah,
ain't got
right.
nothing to
I
do-
know. Like
Like,
all
whole country
eyes.
watched that.
Right.
serious?
Yeah.
You talk
Come
about
on, man. This guy right here again.
Civil
I don't
process of
understand.
conspiracy.
I don't understand. But I'm gonna just keep my thoughts to myself. Moving on though, man, because this is great news. This is big news
This
here,
is
man.
huge news.
Congratulations are in order for Zozubini, correct? That's how you pronounce her name.
I don't know.
Zozubini
It's not-
Tunzi. That's how you pronounce it.
It's not- you-
I will hope so. I don't want to. Man, listen. Shout out to this black queen.
Yes.
All right. He took home the crown as Miss Universe Sunday night. Miss Universe is black. Miss USA is black. Miss Teen USA is black, and Miss America is black. This is a first. All right. I need
Yeah,
y'all to
a lot to
understand
be
that this
proud
is
of.
a first. So this. Congrats to them.
Congrats
Congrats to her. That's black girl magic right there.
Yes.
This is what you need to have your daughters look up to. Okay.
And I
So they
actually
did
did
their
listen to
thing,
the
man.
response.
Yeah.
Miss Universe.
Great
I
response,
think great, wonderful response.
Great
And I think it
response.
wasn't cookie cutter, but it was authentic.
Yeah.
You know, I do think that we need more leadership.
We do.
We do.
You don't have to listen. The future, young ladies, the future. You don't have to get on social media to shake your ass to make it in this world.
No,
I just
you
need y'all to
don't.
understand that you do not have to do that, because that's not the wave. It's not the wave. So listen, look at these great leaders right here. Look at these black women who are actually doing something successful and really having a positive influence in this world.
Unlike some other people. But here's a dumb question before we begin to that. What's the difference between Miss USA and Miss America?
That's a good question.
No, not that like you guys. I didn't think you guys would know. I just kind of thought about that. Like, what?
I think,
That's a good question.
and don't quote me on this because I'm just taking a guess.
Yeah.
But you know how they have like the Miss Universe pageant or whatever like that, and you got people from other countries.
Mm-hmm.
I think that who one of those can represent in that competition versus the other one is just like statewide. Like you got
So
like,
like
Okay.
that's so Miss USA I think might be statewide. Miss America might be like Central America. Central America. Like I don't know.
I
You
don't
shaking your
remember.
head? See, I mean,
I don't-
Kay,
I
I don't
don't
know.
know.
What's
Kay,
the
you know?
yeah? You know,
Would you
please
know?
educate
Alright,
us
yeah.
on that because I don't know. You laughing, but I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I'm just a therapist.
you got fact check. That's all.
What's the difference? You turn your
Got a
mic on
fact
so
check.
you
We just
can.
got to do a quick.
Yeah,
fact
please do a
check.
fact check. We always love
You
fact
feel
checks.
me?
You got it?
Yeah. Well, you read. You read.
No, go
You
ahead.
read. No, you good. Actually,
Oh, we couldn't look
Somebody
that up, y'all.
yeah. So, give me your question again.
So what's the difference between Miss USA and Miss America?
Miss America.
So they're different companies that are giving it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like
Okay.
competing organizations to crown, but it covers the same territory.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
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 So yeah, go on being all like going.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Moving on to some entertainment. Rest in peace to rapper Juice WRLD, who suffered a seizure at the Chicago airport.
Man.
And reports from police officers allege that Juice WRLD had swallowed perks in order to hide from the feds.
Ah, no, that's sad.
It is. But I just feel as though, like, when you look at the young rappers coming in tats on their face, getting on drugs. It's like they feel like they have to have this image in order for folks to buy their music or just be a part of this lifestyle.
Some of them are part of that lifestyle, and they
Yeah.
haven't graduated from it. They still a product of their environment. They don't really have to do that stuff anymore. I mean, I don't even know why he even had all them perks. He could be using it, so we don't know.
First of all, you know, anytime anybody from the city passed away, you know, condolences to him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's unfortunate. But from what I'm hearing, I've been hearing things like, I don't know if they was actually selling some of this stuff
That's
or
what I
whatever.
was thinking.
Because
Because 2 of his bodyguards got arrested.
yeah, so don't quote me on this story, but from what I'm hearing, they were, because remember they got caught with 70 pounds of weed on their plane and stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently they were moving that from wherever they was coming from, bringing it back to Chicago with other drugs or whatever. And I guess somebody said like the pilot might have known that they had it on board and said something like tip the police off or something, and then the police was going to be there at Midway in Chicago waiting for them when they got off the plane, and they were trying to hide it. Like, you know, with weed it might be a little bit easier to deal with that kind of charge or whatever. You throw it in a bag or whatever. But with the other stuff, apparently he swallowed the stuff to try to hide it and then
died and overdosed.
Yeah, so I mean, that's a really, really wild story to say. Don't
Right.
quote me on it, but
When I first read a story talking about seizures, not that people that age can't, but it just seems so odd to me. Like,
Right,
it's having
yeah.
so I guess there's the story
Sad
is developing.
situation, man.
What do you do in that situation though? Like, would you guys think to like, all right, let me swallow it?
I mean,
you already know what the outcome is going to be. Well, I mean, you have to think about what the outcome is going to be. You swallow a large amount of drugs.
I don't even think he thought about that.
That's a sign of overdose right there.
Yes. Yeah, it is.
You know,
especially if you're not using.
right. So it's just a sad situation, but
So
condolences.
you just do the jail time.
Yeah.
Or maybe you might get probation.
I don't know.
the kind of
Messed
stuff
up
that they-
situation.
Oh, no.
stuff
yeah.
they had and how much they probably had.
Right,
and how
yeah.
that would have ended up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true because they did have a good amount, so that makes a difference.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And they're black.
We have to put emphasis on that.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Moving on. Nick Cannon diss track to Eminem. And we've had an opportunity as a team to listen to it before the show. And
We did.
Your girl, the therapist, was feeling it. I just want y'all to know that. No. Don't try to pause it now.
Yes, I said.
Let the world know that you was actually feeling it.
I said.
What you
the
say?
production was hot and Nick Cannon wasn't like super trash.
Nah, he was ass. That was trash.
On a scale of A to F.
A to F. Man, that man get a Y for why did you even create this shit? Like, come on. I feel as though like
No, really, A to F.
F. He was horrible.
See, you gave him an F.
He don't even get an E for effort.
You gotta take production into,
The beat was hard.
Okay.
That was it.
If we're doing it from an entire team.
I mean, in a diss track, you don't even really need a beat because
that's
it's not
fact.
about the beat.
You know what
Right.
you're right.
We need to know what
All
you're
right,
saying.
well then, yes, I would agree. If we're looking
It
at
was
just
horrible.
lyrics.
Then he had his partners. He was just tag teaming no men. They was ass. And see, they battle rappers, right?
Charlie Clips, him and Holla.
Yeah, I didn't know who
on.
they were.
I don't know who the last guy was. I really don't know.
You know that team that always got like that one ass person on the feature, no matter what. It's just like, all right, bro, we just gonna add you in there just cause. He was that person, but it was horrible. It was horrible. I feel as though if you going to try to battle Eminem, like just bring your A game. Like just bring your A
so you
game.
guys, please tell
bring
the
your
folks
A
what
game.
is the beef for us who don't know.
Okay.
Well, Fat Joe had dropped the album
Yes.
out on Friday, and he featured Eminem on one of the tracks. And of course, M mentioned Mariah Carey.
He has a real obsession with her. I do believe that. I do.
Hey,
All right,
They have a
so
smash. What the hell? Why is he so obsessed with her?
that's why she made the song.
I agree with that because he is. Like, what the hell?
Listen.
I don't know. Go ahead.
yeah, I was just gonna say, for one, Shady been talking about Mariah. Apparently, they have some kind of history.
Apparently.
Eminem and Mariah Carey have some kind of history.
She not thinking about that man.
I mean, that's cool. That's cool. You know how Shady, he'll speak on stuff like kind of jokingly.
What did he
He's
say
been
about
doing
her?
this. He's been doing this since the very beginning, saying stuff about whatever. Because he's not scared of anybody. Especially when it comes to rapping, he is not scared of. anybody.
No.
Anybody. But she would get upset and start to try to deny some of the history that they would have. And, you know, Shady gonna be like, bro, like, stop playing on me.
Facts.
Whatever. And then, you know, Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon used to be married. They got kids together.
Right.
And around that time or whatever, I guess when they got married, that's when she, like, dropped the track or whatever. Why you so obsessed with me from however long ago. And Shady, like, bro, he made a response to that track. I don't know if y'all ever heard it. But he was just like,
because Obsessed was a hot song.
he was pretty much saying on the track, like, stop playing with me before I put out, like, all of the factual evidence
But
that
my
I
whole
have.
point to Eminem, and I like
And-
Eminem, see, but why? Like, what is the point of mentioning this person? Just like,
With
I don't
Mariah?
understand. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Originally, he wasn't.
Mariah
he was
must
just
got
mentioning
that fire that he just can't.
I mean, it's Mariah Carey for one.
I get it, but
Yeah.
golly.
For two, you know, I'm not condoning it, but that's what I'm saying. When he originally used to say stuff back whenever, it was just a thing to say. Like, it wasn't like he was saying it to try to go at her, because he says stuff about plenty of people he friends with, just for the sake of him doing wild stuff, because that's what Shady does. I'm saying Shady, not Eminem, because, you know, he got alternate personalities.
Right.
You know, but aside from that, though, of course, Nick Cannon, when they were married, he's sticking up for his wife.
Yes.
And Shady just like, bro, like, stop playing. You stop playing with me too, because now you in it, and I don't care about neither one of y'all. And then they're long divorced, and then Eminem brought it back up, because Nick Cannon be poking at it sometimes and stuff too. And then Nick just gave us a track that he could have kept.
Facts.
He could have kept.
He could have used that for wilding out.
I mean,
But
they
I
all
at
just need
least
to
like
leave
the
it
fact that
alone.
he's still defending her. It's still his, his children's mother, despite the fact
That's
they're not
what's up,
married
but,
anymore.
you know,
So, I mean,
That's
yeah.
what he called it. You heard him on the track. He called him baby mama.
So,
He called her his baby mama.
But
on the
leave
track.
Eminem, leave Mariah alone. Golly.
well, I'm just
Doing
waiting to
too
hear what
much.
Elm has to say.
Well, that
his-
whole thing with
this
Em and
track.
Machine Gun Kelly, that was a little fly by night.
You know, two white guys going at it.
Yeah.
It's all good.
We weren't really that interested.
Moving on, man. Hell to the Liz no.
Pushy would say that.
Yes.
He was waiting to say that.
I
Mr.
couldn't
Liz.
wait to
He
say
couldn't
it.
Wait.
I was at work
You-
thinking about
man.
it.
People been grinding your gears with this.
Listen.
All right.
Listen, before
Break it down.
we jump into that, man, we're gonna go ahead and go to a quick commercial
Okay.
break, and when we come back, we're gonna finish this up and wrap things up for y'all. So don't go nowhere.
You're listening to Radio on Fire, the voice of urban America. Streaming worldwide at radioonfire.com/live. On Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Radio on Fire for DJ Diamond K. It's the Radio on Fire News Network. Now, let's get back to the show.
And we are back from our commercial break. You guys are locked in the mix, and we are on What You Mixing Up still. And of course, we taking things to Lizzo herself.
Well, how you said,
the
Liz,
woman,
no.
Liz No, the woman who loves attention. So we're, want to give her that attention. that
Okay,
she
so now
wants.
you're going to
Unfortunately.
retract, right? Because last week you said, no, it's confidence.
Yeah.
But now you're saying it is Lizzo is for attention.
She's seeking attention a lot, and she's just going overboard at this point. So if you guys have been sleeping under a log, Lizzo showed up to the Lakers and Timberwolves game, which the Lakers actually won 142-125, and Anthony Davis put up 50 points. But
Chi-Town's finest.
that takes away from everything, because Lizzo shows up with a 5XT with the back cut out and her ass cheeks
You
out.
didn't need to emphasize 5X, though.
Not because
You really didn't.
Well, I wasn't trying to listen. I don't want y'all to feel as though that we are about to fat shame anyone, because that's not what it's about. And I feel as though, looking on social media, certain folks have been trying to emphasize, that people are fat shaming. Oh, if it was Kim K that showed up to the game with their ass out.
All right, pause. Some people were. The Rikishi memes is body shaming.
It was, you laughed.
Who wouldn't laugh? And shout out to put Rikishi on the map. We ain't hear about him since the 90s WWE. I was a huge fan, y'all. Fun fact.
I still got smoke with him because he hit Stone Cold with that car. That's
Facts.
what I'm saying.
I don't rock with Rikishi, yo. I don't rock with Rikishi.
He made up for that, guys.
Nah,
he
nah,
did
nah.
it for The Rock. I did it. I did it for The Rock.
The Rock whipped his ass for that.
Facts, yo.
We're all fans. It's good to know
I
we're all
don't need you doing that
WWE
for
fans in here. So, he's got
Listen,
some
but you
listening.
laughed at it.
So basically what you're saying is Lizzo did it for The Rock. He don't need
Yo!
nobody else doing it for him. We seen how that worked out last time. We don't need that no more.
But listen,
You
man.
guys, I did laugh at it. It was funny, but it still doesn't take away the fact that it was body shaming.
All right, you had some folks who
we
were
did have
body
some that was
shaming.
body shaming. Okay, we're gonna put that out there.
Yeah, but the thing
Okay.
is that we as a team, we're not body shaming.
No,
we
we're not.
are putting the main focus on her ass, which was
The
out.
indecent exposure.
Yes,
It definitely was indecent.
extremely indecent.
See?
Like
It was not decent.
at all.
Now let's say this, you guys. If it were Rihanna,
I would have to, and y'all know me. If you know me, I'm a big Rihanna fan. That's my wifey. In my head, that's wifey.
Okay.
If she showed up to a Lakers game like that, I would have to pull her aside. Like, yo, you wildin'.
but people, would it really be this uproar though? But realistically, even though we know where we coming from, would people? Because Rihanna, she's like edgy. She pushes the envelope. So if she did that, I do question if it would be an uproar like this.
Who knows? Rihanna's been to a game,
Okay.
and it was at the gala, right?
But it
The
really
Met Gala?
wasn't this
Yeah.
big like. But no, okay, I can say I think for Lizzo it's more out. People will think because she's bigger, but I feel like just a week or so ago she was posing nude, so people think she's doing too much now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like we get it. You big and proud. Cool.
Is she though? Which kind of goes to my roundtable mixed question because, like I said last week, and I'm going to say again, I do not think that Lizzo is as confident as she puts out.
All right. So what I gotta say is, because I don't want to shame this woman. Lizzo, she do her thing. And I know she putting on for the big chicks out there. But my edge with her, like y'all saying, is she landed on a little bit too thick. So much so that at some point, whatever the point is that you're trying to prove, you're gonna stop proving that point, and you're gonna start to go like in the opposite direction of what you're trying to do. Now, as far as like people saying like, oh, if Rihanna did it, or they comparing it to the Ivy Park Beyonce thing, or if Kim Kardashian did it or whatever like that, the obvious answer is clearly people find those women more attractive than Lizzo.
That is true.
Put it on the table.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not
true.
fat shaming to find somebody more attractive
Right.
than another person. But then the other part is none of those three women that I named would ever do that. Show up with the with the ass.
So over you see.
They would never. None of them women would ever do that. For one, if they did, no, listen. If they did, for one, a lot of people would like it because, like I said, they find those women more attractive.
Is it because
know
of
what
their
I'm saying?
size or just everything?
I don't think it's because of their size. Because
Okay.
It could be it can be anybody's size from Megan Thee Stallion to like Kim Kardashian, like 5'3", Megan's like 5'11". Like it could be anywhere in between. You know what I'm saying? And people would just find it more attractive, but you still gonna find people saying, "Oh, she a hoe for dressing like that." Da da da. It's gonna be,
We actually have a caller. Caller, you are in the mix. Please state your name.
Joya,
Hey, what's going on? Where you calling from?
Florida.
All right, Florida. We got you in the
Hey,
mix.
what's up?
do.
What's
Welcome,
going on? So you've
welcome.
been in the mix, or are you calling in to give us your thoughts on the way Lizzo was dressed at the game?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I don't think that it has like anything to do with her being a BBW. It has everything to do with it's an inappropriate place. So
Yes.
if
Agree.
you do that for the gram, cool, right? If you do that because you're having a promotion, like they were comparing Beyonce to Lizzo, which the two are not the same. Because Beyonce had her ass out, but she was also promoting a brand. What is Lizzo really promoting? Because now I
Wrestling.
don't like you, so now I don't want to listen to your music because you're inappropriate.
Agreed.
I agree. 100% agree. I appreciate that. Yeah, because it's crazy because I was reading some posts, right? And again, you have some people who are really trying to do this big comparison. I had one girl who was tweeting and tried to say, so people are supposed to feel confident, have body confidence on the beach, but can't have body confidence at the game. Sweetheart, you're comparing a beach to a family-friendly game setting. You lost me on that one. So you trying to sound politically correct on the net. It's okay. Like Lizzo's not going to be mad if you're a part of the plus size community. Lizzo's not going to be upset if you disagree and say, you know what, you did too much on that one. Then you have another person who was on Facebook And she went on this whole big spiel and say that everyone is hating on Lizzo, and it's about time that, you know, plus size woman did this and blah blah blah. So then she goes on to say, you guys want to do this, and mind you, Miss Universe was in a bikini during her competition. I had to, after reading that, I had to go and leave a comment because I said, yo, you're making this about weight and it has nothing to do with that. You can't even sit there and tell me that you're going to show up to a graduation or a convention with your ass out. You know you're not.
Right.
Y'all shouldn't even be trying to question at this point, well, what's deemed appropriate and inappropriate.
Use your common sense.
It's common sense. You a grown-ass person at this point trying to question,
If
you know, what's
your ass
appropriate.
out is appropriate?
Like, come
That's not
on.
obvious
And
to
people
you?
are rationalizing this because of the whole size. And
Yeah.
here's my whole thing, Lizzo, you're not a pioneer, okay?
Facts.
Like, you really not. There are people who you're not. You're people who've been doing this time and time and time before you.
You late.
Very.
You just jumping in like double dutch. Come on now. It's not even your turn.
It is a term, but
Well, yeah, but
But yeah, so it's not about body shaming. It's just simply, it was just inappropriate outfit to the event, for the event.
and don't ever show up at a Lakers game like that again.
That's his team, man.
Don't do that to my team. We don't even condone any of what you trying to bring. That negative energy. We don't need that. We don't need that.
And let me
Go
just say
to
this.
a Knicks game and do that. A Sixers game, something. But don't. All right, for real.
I mean, I just don't think that she should do it at all. Even if, let's say this was about body, right? Like this was actually about body weight or size. Even if she were super slim and did that, it's just inappropriate.
Facts.
And she's also built like a raisinette. So it doesn't,
I like Raisinets.
it's just not appealing.
You guys,
No matter
we're
what.
not body shaming.
Listen, you know the Intermix. The
You're not body shaming.
disclaimer: the
It's
Intermix
just,
family
even if
does
she were
not
slim, she's
condone
just
body
not,
shaming.
like, you know, I'm not body shaming. I'm just saying.
Let me
I
just
don't
let
want
me
to see it.
let me just say one more thing too though. That outfit was huff. That outfit was not a good fit.
I tell
You
you,
know
it
what I'm
was
saying?
a 5XT that she just decided to cut up.
All right, the outfit was in poor taste.
It was.
It was.
It was
I mean,
horrible.
Forget the fact that the ass is out. That was just a trash. Like she could have found, if she really wanted her ass out like that, she could have found a better fit to have the ass out. If you was gonna wild out like that, it still would have been inappropriate because it's Lakers game to have your ass out.
Facts.
But even the outfit that you chose to just have them cheeks out was huff.
Like, come on, do better, Lizzo.
She did respond. Did you listen to the response?
Yeah, listen to the response. I felt like it's one of them. You know, I have to. You're the therapist. Maybe you could break this down. How do you think she presents it?
I feel that Lizzo, she has this, I'm so confident, I'm, bold and beautiful, and I think it's all a smokescreen. I really do. I think that she struggles with her weight and just the insecurities is just screaming. And I feel like this is probably the most attention Lizzo has probably gotten in her life, I'm going to say. And she is eating it up in me. Any means necessary, I'm going to get this attention. People who are typically confident don't do all this stuff. They don't. That's my take with her.
Okay.
It's all internal, and I feel that she's struggling. I would not be surprised years later she conforms, loses weight, and then say, "Oh, it's for health reasons."
We'll see. We'll definitely
We'll
see.
see.
Thank you for calling in and getting in the mix with us and sharing that, raising that. That was hilarious.
Hey, no problem.
Thank you. I guess one of the last things that I would like to say about this thing too is that it feels like what she's doing is she's kind of creating the problem that she's trying to fight against. Like,
Absolutely.
we all for body positivity, especially
Right.
in this day and age, because people clearly come in many different shapes and sizes. People are attracted to people of all of those shapes and sizes.
Yeah.
So
That's a
but
fact.
now it's like you
can't
put
say-
yourself in a position where you know that you doing one thing is gonna make people make fun of you in a certain kind of way. The
Right.
same way that, like, I think Drea wore like a similar outfit some years ago with her ass out, and people were talking about, oh, she's such a slut, da 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 da, and it's like in certain environments it's like, all right, whatever. we don't care. But in the environment that she did it in, it caused for people to attack her in a way that she knew people would attack her if she did something like that.
Of course
Right.
she did.
Similar to this, like you are the size that you are. It's, like I said, there's people that like that. There's some people that's gonna say whatever they're gonna say. Forget that. But you doing that in that environment is gonna open the door
For criticism.
for that
Facts.
kind of. And now you
Yeah.
can't blame that criticism on you know what I'm saying, people fat shaming. You can't blame that.
But
criticism on that,
even
man.
if she does, because again, some of it has come from that. You like
I mean,
you said,
yeah.
you invited that.
In
You
certain
knew exactly
situations.
what you were going to
Yeah.
do when you
But
wore it, and
you're
you were
making this
promoting.
situation about that, and
Yeah,
it
so
wasn't
I
about
can't
that.
feel sorry.
Yeah.
Right. You know, so
Yeah,
I think
that's
you're
what
trying to
it is.
fight against something that is like you don't
Fight
need to
against it
fight
when you
against
need to.
anything. We've been accepting
Yeah,
plus
fight against
size.
it when it's
Facts.
time to. This wasn't the time to. And you
It's not the
forced it.
time to at all. And it's
Yeah.
just
You
generation or
forced it.
era. There's so many beautiful plus size models and celebrities
Like you said, she
and
not the pioneer for
everything.
this.
You're not a pioneer, Lizzo. Back in maybe the 90s, probably. All right, we get it. You trying to do
Yeah.
something different. This ain't it, girl. It's 2019.
It's really not. And
Showed
and
up
at this
to the
point
Lakers
too, I
game.
mean, y'all really have to understand too. Everyone's not going to be accepting of, you know, the plus size community, the
homosexual,
LGBT
yeah,
community,
yeah,
Q community.
yeah.
I mean, you have to understand that it's just things that people aren't going to accept,
And that's okay.
and that's all right.
Yeah.
You still got white folks that don't accept black folks in this world, but we still out here living and killing, doing our damn thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just what it is. Stop trying to force things on everyone. If
And
you
she
want to
got-
be confident, you can be confident and quiet.
You can. Confidence.
Even if
It's
you gonna
quiet.
be-
Insecurity
even
is
if you gonna
allowed.
be-
You know?
Even if you're gonna be
High five.
confident
That was a
out
good one.
loud. Even
Yeah.
if you're gonna be confident out loud, do it at the right time in the right place.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was not
But
the
there are
time
ways
or
to
the-
be
that was not the
confident.
place,
Like
rather.
that.
Yeah, don't
though.
ever do
That
that
was
at
not
the
the
Staples
place.
Center.
No.
Do it during the Clippers game. Don't do it during the Lakers
They're
game.
gonna boo.
Shut up,
That's
boy.
probably what happened. You do it in the Clippers game.
Facts.
Boo Paul George. They would really
Nah,
boo her.
hey, no, listen,
You
go
don't-
to a Brooklyn Nets game and do that. They gonna boo
Here's
her.
my thing. You don't have to dress like scandalous or anything to show that you're confident or you're sexy. There's
Right.
still ways that you can dress to show that you have, some sex appeal or that you're confident. So I don't understand how people are making this whole like she's just confident, she's just wearing this. Like you don't have to do all of that,
Yeah,
Lizzo.
you know
I
that's
know that you. And I know she knows that too. It's just some way for people to talk about her as we all have been doing. And people are like, she not bothered. She doing her thing. She is. Because she responded
Yeah.
and cried, and towards the end of the video, the
Set
10-minute
yourself
rant
up,
about
man.
absolutely nothing.
Set
And it's
yourself up.
but that's why I don't feel bad. Y'all know me, y'all. I'll probably feel bad, but in this case, I don't because you knew you probably. Well, I didn't know she was gonna get Rikishi memes, but of all things to
I
compare it
did.
to, I didn't think that was actually
I
creative
did.
for the person who did come up with it. That was like creative, but
You want to say high fives to them. Go ahead. I know you do. You ain't ish.
trying
You
to
ain't
condone
ish.
that. But she knew that was gonna come, and not all press is good press.
Mm-hmm.
Not all attention is good attention. And Lizzo, I personally heard one of your songs that I think absolutely sucks, and I'm gonna say it. I said it. It sucks balls to me, and I don't care. Y'all know I stand in my truth. I don't know any of your other songs.
Was Nick Cannon's diss track better than her song?
No. We're both pretty bad too. I would say no. I would say Truth Hurts is that
What would you
bad.
rather listen to?
Neither. But if I had
you
to, I
had
guess
to.
I would listen to Lizzo.
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't know you for anything else. And this is what we're going to remember you for, the Rikishi memes. We're not going to remember. This is what and that's what I'm saying. You told... I'm not trying to be funny though,
No, you
but
are.
I'm not. This is what we're talking about. We are not talking about Lizzo's music.
No, we was talking about the Lakers game and her showing up with her
Oh, the
ass.
Rikishi.
But no one's not even
you
talking
keep
about
calling
that
her Rikishi.
because this is what is embedded. It's my whole point.
Listen,
That's what we're
guys,
going to remember.
We don't condone
Bro,
body shaming.
Rikishi was trending, bro.
That's what I'm saying. She put him on the map. A whole 90s WWE wrestler.
He was tweeting from his Twitter page. He like, yo, what's going on?
Exactly. Came up
Rikishi is
out of
trending.
nowhere.
What's going on?
Rikishi, all people trending. We're not talking about Stone Cold or Rock or
didn't even
Undertaker.
know what was
Rikishi
going on.
Hey, yo.
trending. And this is what I'm saying. She plays the flute. I guess I don't listen to her stuff. This is what I'm going to remember her for. Some people say, she's going to continue to be hot. She's winning. Ain't nobody Lizzo ain't going to be hot in 5 years. She's just not.
Okay.
I believe that.
All right.
Probably for the weight loss and doing the whole shakes and nutrition.
We'll see. We're going to see with that.
All right. So
That's all we
it.
have for what we mixing up. But I'm going to continue to let your girl, the therapist, do her thing because it's now time for our Roundtable Mix question of the day. Again, If you guys are in the mix, you can call in 404-436-1277.
All right, guys. So, of course, with Lizzo, it inspired me to talk about, ask this roundtable mixed question because I personally feel like she struggles with insecurities, specifically about her weight and just overall low self-esteem. So, like, I often work with people who have, like, it is like dismal self-esteem and they don't know exactly what can I do to improve or raise my self-esteem or my self-worth. Right? So I was like, okay, well, let me ask this question for people who actually really do struggle with that. How do you develop a healthy self-esteem? So, yeah, shout out my mixers. They actually did, come through on this one and gave some cool responses.
Okay.
And I know, did y'all have some responses?
Yeah, I got a couple.
Okay. And again, I don't have to just read them. Y'all can read them too. Like, it doesn't have to be just me.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So my first one, person said, starts as a child, comes from positive reinforcement from anyone that has an influence on you. Once you become an adult, it's already embedded in your mind that you are worthy or whatever you may desire. Another person said daily affirmations. This other person said a thorough self-assessment to start. That's actually very important, I think. Then dealing with those truths, even on a professional level. Surround yourself with positive, uplifting people, and rid yourself of negativity, toxic relationships. The other person said daily affirmations and gratitude check-ins. So this other person said self-reflection and emphasized it. This other person said smile no matter what every day. And this other person said it starts with your parents at home. As a kid, it's tough to develop one on your own, which is true. This person's a little lengthy, but I'm going to read it.
Oh, we got a caller?
Okay.
Oh, we got a caller. Caller, you are in the mix.
Hey, y'all. My name is Lindsay. I'm calling from Louisiana.
Hey, Louisiana. Bankhead bounce. Ain't that what they do down there?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, that's Atlanta? Damn.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So what? They got something down there in Louisiana with bounce in it.
Bounce music.
Oh.
Yeah, New Orleans bounce music.
Damn. Messed that one up. Well, I appreciate you being in the mix. You called in during our roundtable mix question of the day. Do you need your girl Leah to repeat it off for you?
No, I seen it on Jules' Instagram.
Okay.
And it's basically like when I read the question, I was like, oh shoot, this for me. Like growing up, I would say that. Well, first of all, me and my mom we don't have a relationship at all. It's been estranged for some time now, like since I was like 13, I want to say. I'm 27 now. And it started like the verbal abuse, which kind of affected me in my self-esteem in a sense. Well, a lot of a sense, really. Because like throughout high school, going into college, I've heard people say, "Oh, you're such a pretty girl," or "You should you have a great size," this, that, and the third. But I didn't feel that internally, so it messed with me throughout my years of growing up, really from 13 up until maybe like 2 years ago, maybe. So I would say anyone who's like struggling with just getting their self-esteem up to par, like up to where they feel like it needs to be. I had to basically set boundaries with my mother and my father. Like, I have no problem with my father. I love him to death. He's a great figure in my life, but he still is married to this woman. So because he could be influenced by her and he could ultimately he has influence in my life, I have to keep my distance from him in a sense too. Mm-hmm. And I have to now, I write positive affirmations for myself every day just to kind of build my own self-esteem. And I have to be mindful of just the connections that I make in my life with people from day to day, because the one negative comment, like I swear to God, I kid you not, this happened maybe like last year or something. One negative comment can set me back 10 years. So I have to keep boundaries with pretty much everyone in my life and constantly tell myself, like, you are enough, you're beautiful, you're not fat, you're not skinny either, but you're not fat. Like, be okay with you.
And that's tough, especially not having a relationship with your mother. Mm-hmm. That's extremely difficult. So, I mean, that's good that you really been trying to keep yourself up and uplifting yourself, and also having those around you that's trying to uplift you as well. I know it would feel a little better to have it come from your mother, but
Where I do believe it does start.
yeah,
Not
yeah,
just mom, but like parents or the people who
definitely.
in that
Yeah, I
formative years.
I think it would. It would. I've lived my life to kind of basically, I have to do this to make my mom happy, and it's like you have to like hit a switch. Like, okay, she's not gonna change. Like, she's not gonna change until she's ready to change. That's something she got to work on. It has nothing to do with me. I'm just her kid. Like, I can't live my life to impress her or please her. I got to do that for me. So whether she put her stamp of approval on it or not, I still got to keep it moving. So, like, my mental health is literally my responsibility. I can't blame her for the rest of my life because that's going to affect, like, I'm a mom now. That's going to affect how I parent my daughter. That's going to affect my relationship with other people because I'm going to constantly try to seek validation from somebody who not even putting her own mental health as a priority.
I like that you said to personal responsibility because part of building our self-esteem is taking, like, it's agency. So, like you said, you can't blame your mom. Although she has had an effect on you, you're at the age now you feel like, okay, now it's my responsibility to work on my own self-esteem. I no longer can hold on to that.
Right.
So.
Well, thank you for calling in and getting in the mix and sharing that. Appreciate it.
And being vulnerable.
Definitely, man. And just keep your head up. Stay positive.
All right. Have a good day, y'all.
You as
too.
well.
Love the accent.
Okay. So,
That's a good answer right there, though.
Yeah.
the final person this person said, besides what's already been said, being present and realistic. A lot of times we can create feelings and stories in our heads based upon what others are saying or doing that aren't realistic to what's really happening or how we really feel. Really knowing what role you play in any situation, taking accountability, acknowledging our feelings, and reacting appropriately to our feelings. By doing this, we are not allowing other people to tell us how we feel and who we are. You need less validation from others and social media, guys. Had to put that out there. To tell us how we feel. We need less validation from others and trust yourself. I guess she said this was the example, your boyfriend, girlfriend cheating on you and blaming you. Some people might really start to believe that they are the cause and be down on themselves and what they could have done differently. But in reality, that person made a choice and does not want to take accountability for their choice and instead put the responsibility on the other person. So essentially, she's kind of saying, like, taking personal accountability. Well, in a nutshell here.
Yo, isn't that what Gabrielle Union did with Dwayne Wade? She blamed herself?
For him cheating?
Yeah.
I don't know. Did she?
I believe so.
Okay.
I'm going to have to look that up. I believe she did blame herself, though.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't her fault. But anybody for your people? Your responses? What we get?
Yeah, so we had... All right, I had one... They said, would it be wrong to say keep my exes remotely around? Isn't that kind of toxic?
It depends. It depends on the influence of the ex.
Mm.
I'm assuming, which this person said not around, so I'm guessing this was a very toxic relationship then.
I don't know. But whatever. Then another person said, I don't think it needs to be built. For me, it's just there and living life right helps you achieve more.
So I want to know what that person meant by living life right. Whatever that means for that person, right? I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Whatever that means.
I mean, honestly, I guess like.
On that.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't need clarity on that too, because
I don't want to assume like living life right.
Yeah, I don't know that mean, but I'm assuming that whatever is subjective. So whatever it is that you want for your life and you're living that can be, healthy for you and your self-esteem. So I'm assuming that person, meant that because there's really no right or wrong way to live. It's all the way that you choose to. So, yeah. Okay. So guys, let's start with you guys. How do you guys develop, for you personally, healthy self-esteem for yourselves?
I think for me it started with I'll share this. I used to get teased a lot about being high yellow, of course. And then when the winter time would come around, they would call me Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And then, of course, I had the unibrow, so I heard all the nicknames possible. What was the was it Bert that had
Bert
the
Ernie?
that had the unibrow?
I think they both might have.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, just used to hear different little funny nicknames and whatnot. So I had to really understand that my skin complexion isn't going to change. Well, except during the summertime. God be blessing me. I be getting golden. Shout out to him, and it lasts until about October. So I ain't even complaining.
You know what? I'll let you have that. Talk about self-esteem. I'm going to raise you up right now.
Yeah, see, look at you. Look at you. You was about you body shamed Lizzo earlier.
I did not body shame the person who made the meme with Rakishi and
you thought it was
Carlton
funny.
body shame.
How
No, how about
Yes,
listen? You
Carlton,
gotta hold
you
yourself
did.
accountable.
I'm
Don't
not
add
body
Carlton in
I
this.
did hold myself accountable. I said I laughed.
Nah, anyway, but I think for me it was just really had to understand that the skin complexion isn't going to change. Like I'm comfortable with my skin complexion. My unibrow was getting extremely thick. I'm not going to lie. Like I was like, all right, at this point I gotta keep this tame. So I did decide to go and finally get it waxed because my friends were just like, yo, it's okay to get it waxed. Like you could do that. So I did that, and I feel good when I do it. But I think for me, just really keeping a positive mindset and keeping those close to you around you that can build you up as well. Even when you break down and share certain things that feel when you're at a vulnerable state. And it's like, I feel comfortable enough to share that. You have some people who really keep you up. So it's always about the crowd that you keep in your circle as well. That can keep you up.
Or down.
True.
Say you are the company you keep.
Yeah, definitely. But then also too, I started realizing how I was as a person, with friendships and even in relationships, and started evaluating myself as well and really having to look at the bigger picture of, what I may have done to affect them emotionally and whatnot. So that also played a role in how I, started changing and building my self-esteem and knowing my worth as well, and also knowing their worth as well. So it's, again, holding myself accountable for my actions.
Okay. All right. See. That's a good answer.
This was honestly a thing that I never really thought about until I got to probably an adult age or close enough to an adult age. Cause I don't know, maybe I was just trained to think like that, but I just automatically assumed that it was something that you either had or you didn't have. So if you didn't have confidence, because you can also blame environment though. People in Chicago are different. So no matter what, you was able to get made fun of for anything or whatever. But aside from that, the way that people looked at people, treated people was always based off something. I just assumed that was just a thing.
Yeah.
If somebody if they big, they know they big. People gonna make fun of for being big. But if they're a good person or they cool, then that's just what it is. Because that was another thing that I seen. So even if somebody was tall, if somebody was skinny or whatever, that's just what it was. Your personality mattered more than that, and most of the time. I guess as far as building the confidence, you never really realize it because a lot of the times, I know for me, because I didn't know it was a thing like that, where people just was lacking confidence like that because it didn't always show. That was another thing too. So I had to actually realize that you might think somebody real confident and they actually not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then me, y'all know I joke a lot.
Yeah.
I think
Me too.
what happened? It was a situation before where I made this girl cry. I
think
felt
you told us
horrible.
about that.
I probably did.
Yeah.
But because
we
we was
talked about
joking. We
that.
was joking in a way that we literally joked about all the time,
Right.
for years. And then this one day she started crying. I was just like, damn, it didn't hit me that maybe this is a thing that might, rub her the wrong way. I didn't really look at it like that. But even aside from that, I know I always felt I know personally, as far as building my own self-confidence and stuff like that, it would be little stuff. And the little stuff, it wouldn't even be deep. It could just be me doing or looking the way that I want to look, feeling the way that I want to feel.
Right.
It could be something getting up and waking up in the morning, brushing my teeth, I know for a fact, no matter what happened, can't nobody say nothing about my teeth. Let me get in the shower. Can't nobody say I got on a good fit or whatever. Like, can't nobody say nothing about how little stuff like that would help me. But then I also looking at it from other people's like perspectives and knowing that there are other people that lack self-esteem, self-confidence, or whatever. It would be like almost like discerning when you can and can't joke with people about certain things, or even how to, or whatever like that, because you understand. And a lot of the times that, like, I know me personally, that would help me like talk to people that may lack self-confidence or whatever in certain ways, even so much so to a point where sometimes I could even joke with them about the very thing that they feel like they lack in some kind of self-confidence in or whatever. And
you think that'd be helpful?
I mean, from my eyes, sometimes it does look like it helps, but like I'm saying, it's not like that with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because I know me, I don't do that with everybody. But if I feel like I can joke about that because like you getting through to people a certain kind of way, then you know you can. Yeah. And from that, you know, I know that helps people a lot. You know, because one thing that I know is that it's like if it's something that's bothering you so much like that, like if it's a self-confidence thing or whatever, or anything in the world. Once you get to the point where you can joke about it, it's losing its hold on you. You know what I'm saying? So I feel
or it
like
could be
help.
Sometimes it's a cover up.
I mean, yeah, that's too.
Sometimes people who joke a lot, you know, really may feel like that's their only thing they'd be able to connect with someone.
Well, not in the sense of like people that joke a lot, but like
joke about their insecurity.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes people, they can't joke about it at all because it's too touchy.
It's too sensitive.
But then once they get to a point where they can actually even poke a little bit of fun at it a little bit, it's like now you're starting to beat it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that helps sometimes too.
I think to add on to that, part of that is they probably realize they place so much value on that, and they realize, well, why am I placing so much value in it? What is significant about the fact that people think, like, for example, because I'm skinny, that's an insecurity of mine. Like in the African American community, like they're like these BBWs out here, like saying, oh, we get a lot of heat, but we get heat too. You know what I'm saying? So, but then I have to really think about, well, why am I placing such significance on it? Why is that so important? So it's, you know, you have to start reflecting and think about, where is that coming from? Is it coming from externally, which for many of us, including myself, it does, right? And we really think about it like, but that's not all of me, you know. And for me, I start thinking about all the other amazing things that are about myself. For Aaliyah, now again, some people, that may not work for them. They think like writing down all these good qualities are stupid. They probably can't even come up with anything. But for me, that helps, you know. But it's really that self-reflection and kind of really understanding that awareness about where are these insecurities developed, so you can begin to work on them. You got to take action, right? If you are unhappy with your weight, whether it's big or small, you can change it. There are some things you can do, like you did with the unibrow, right? Like you said, okay, this is something I can.
Why you gotta bring up my unibrow?
Because I was talking about things.
It's like, no, I'm playing.
Things that you can't change.
You can joke about it now.
You know, but you also change that, so that's, you know, okay. And knowing what you want, who do you want to be, and placing more emphasis on who you are as a person. I think for me that really worked, just having a great personality and not focusing so much on the external things, which I feel like today we do. Social media is a huge problem, which I think contributes to people having either they look for instant validation, which they could get on social media, or can instantly lower their self-esteem. Period. People are now living these so-called amazing lives, and they got these Instagram models, and their bodies looking like 10s, and you know, so it can go both ways.
Looking trash. Their rooms looking like trash though.
Man, you know, it's another thing. It's another thing that I feel like I wanted to say about this topic specifically. I feel like whatever it is that people do to build up their like own self-confidence and self-esteem, it has to be real, like true, because
that's a good point. Yes, it has to be authentic.
Because some people, their way of dealing with their own like lack of self-confidence and self-esteem is to basically like talk about how much they don't have it or whatever, and then just kind of they kind of like grovel in that with people almost coddling them. Like it's like, I want everybody around me to, if we all feel bad, then I'm cool with that, because we all feel bad. Like, let me talk about me having a lack of self-esteem here, and somebody else join the conversation about having a lack of self-confidence here, or they don't like this about that, whatever. Then everybody just talking about this, but nobody actually doing anything to deal with the actual
Right.
issue.
I
So
kind of feel
now,
like this is what's happened with the Lizzo situation in a sense.
yeah,
you
that's
know?
why a lot of people, they empathize them because they know
Yeah.
that they have a lack of self-confidence some other way, so they empathize with
Like,
her.
don't
doing
beat
this.
Right.
up on her, you know, but we're
Because-
also going through the same
exactly.
thing. So we have to defend and kind of
it's
get
like,
together with
yeah.
this insecurity group or whatever.
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, for Lizzo, I feel like the better way, instead of like doing what she's been doing, to actually kind of talk about it. What's it
Yeah.
been like? What's your
Yeah.
experience been like?
Yeah.
That would be more real to me.
Yeah.
I think she got this whole smoke screen. Like, girl, we see way past that. Like, it's okay. We all have insecurities.
Facts.
We all can struggle with some things with self-esteem. I love that you said being authentic.
gotta
You know,
be
shout
real
out
with
to our
it.
caller who was just, you know, super vulnerable right now. She
Yeah.
don't know none of that.
Right.
And
Yeah.
like to that level personally to really share that, and she
Yeah.
did.
Definitely appreciate
you know,
that.
so that was cool. You know, and I feel like I could not respect Lizzo more, but I can relate to her more on like a we hear level where she's really talking about how she struggled, because I'm sure she's probably struggled with her weight at some point in time in her life.
The crazy thing about it is that, like, the whole point that I think we all making is that we do sympathize and empathize with
Absolutely,
her,
yeah.
but we know that the stuff that she's doing to deal with it is not gonna
Right.
help you deal with it.
It's not
At
going to
all.
eradicate the
It's not-
insecurity
yeah, it's
at
not
all.
gonna- it's not gonna do
Yeah, so
Because no matter what she does, I feel like it's just always going to have like a negative coming with it.
which is what she's trying to avoid, right? You know, you don't
No
want
way
people
of
talking
avoiding
about
it. Don't push
Setting it
yourself
up,
in the
though.
yeah. It's
You're
like
trying to avoid it
it's
by
like you
making
But you
really
just mentioned,
setting that
yeah.
home run
Yeah.
up,
Yeah.
just to hit it right out the park.
So
I don't want him to hit a home run, so let me just throw it right over the plate.
Right, like come on.
So we all have like different ways, I guess, to like build our self-esteem. But
Mm-hmm.
those are some of the things. It was so much. It's very subjective, guys. But you know, if y'all are in a mix, y'all heard all of those
Damn,
ways
definitely,
of
yeah.
building your self-confidence. It's a process, guys. I mean,
Yeah.
there are people who it takes, years to, I guess, just rearrange the way that you think.
Mm-hmm.
Or reconstruct is the word I was looking
Yeah.
for, the way that you think. And that can take a long time, because I work with people who for years that still struggle with their self-esteem, you know.
Surround yourself with them positive people too.
Facts.
But I like that
Always.
you guys make me smile. Some shows where y'all really are starting, no, seriously, where you guys are really starting to look like outward first, and like how you guys are affecting people, your actions, and taking personal accountability. Y'all really make me smile. Shout out to y'all. Y'all really learning here. Y'all are.
Shout out to the therapist, right?
Right.
I told y'all, like, y'all make me so proud.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all do.
Now I appreciate you presenting that roundtable mix question
Yeah.
of the day. Again, shout out to
It's
our
real
mixer
stuff, man.
calling in
People
and
are
being
going through
vulnerable
it.
with us and sharing that.
And our
Again,
other caller
man, you-
too. Shout out to
Yeah,
Tim Boyle,
definitely.
but yeah.
Listen, man. Again, we want you guys to call in. Don't be shy. The number is 404-436-1277. It is always open. You can get in the mix. It's now time for Whose Mans Is This? And I just want to say, man, don't ever let anyone tell you that getting an education is corny.
Oh man,
Because some of you artists out here, y'all really have to do better, man. So there was a video that was, so I'm gonna play it for our mixers, and y'all just gotta step y'all
I don't even know what
vocabulary
this
up.
is.
So listen, so I'm gonna
Okay.
play it for you.
man, listen to this because you're gonna be tight too.
Simultaneously on all digital streaming platforms.
I'm trying to be T.I. and shit. You talking about simultaneously, like, you need how to use all them words in the interview. What that mean?
Okay, you put out this project on different platforms all at the same time.
Yeah.
You didn't premiere this through a specific...
So this man did not know what simultaneously meant.
That's like an elementary word. Or is it middle school tops? At that?
Something.
That's not even college or even high school. That's definitely like middle school, I think.
I feel like your parents might even be using it when you be doing something.
All right, you know what?
No, what excuse you about to give him? Because we're not about to do that.
Go ahead, because you know his finger on the trigger.
Go-
I tell you
I
this all the
swear.
time.
You better not try to get us mad because this is
We don't know
this
how
is
far-
exactly
we
what.
don't know how far his education he's gone. A lot
It
of these
doesn't
rappers-
matter.
Apparently it does, because he don't know the word.
Listen,
He just said education matters.
you could pick up a book.
Clearly,
They
none
got
of them do.
dictionaries.
They not Nas. Nas picked up the book. He read. He dropped out of 8th grade, but he is intelligent. Not all them rappers did that. Okay.
Listen,
Some of them clearly
I'm not
had
giving
dropped
that
out
man-
and ain't pick up a book since.
I'm not giving him Not one excuse.
No excuses at
That's
all.
an
I'm pretty
elementary
sure.
word.
I'm pretty sure people around him have used that word. So we're gonna bless this man
Yeah,
with a
oh yeah,
whose
you can
mans
still
is
bless
this
him.
because
Hey,
this
who mans
is
is
just
this?
just horrible.
Okay.
Do better.
I be trying to make excuses.
Educate yourself. Yeah, we're not going to give that man an excuse at all. No. Walmart pulls a Christmas sweater that depicted snowman doing cocaine.
Oh man, there was 3 lines on that joint.
Three
too. He was
lines
going
on that.
crazy.
Walmart, like, come on, y'all should have known. Y'all
was
should have
going
known
crazy.
the people were going to have something to say about this sweater.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
that would have been
Somebody
something.
would have been
That would
rock that though.
Yeah, that would have been something dope to rock to an ugly Christmas sweater party.
Be like, I'm dope, right? You're talking about the cocaine. Or
What?
heroin, whatever. Was it cocaine?
Yeah, it was cocaine.
Okay, never mind. I can't say heroin.
definitely
Heroin
coke.
is considered dope.
Frankie.
Never
Yeah, it
mind.
was
My bad.
definitely
My
coke.
bad. My bad. But
Yeah.
still, that still would have been cool.
That reminded me of the old Jeezy
I would've rocked
joints.
it.
The
I'd have
Jeezy-
rocked it, yup.
The Jeezy joints for the snowman.
Yeah, Jeezy the Snowman.
Now you can still sell it though, but
Yeah,
just
you
don't sell it from
still can.
Walmart. You can't be
Okay.
Walmart selling it. Just like you can't be Lizzo
No,
with the
yes.
ass out of the game.
Damn, I'm kind of tight because I definitely would have rocked that to an ugly Christmas sweater party.
Y'all
Yeah.
wilding
What
out
people
though.
insinuate
Walmart,
that
y'all
you're
wildin'.
using?
Y'all are wilding at this
They
point.
like, so you use cocaine?
I'm like, nah, but shit.
Let
It
it
was so
snow.
fly sweater.
Yup. It's
Let it
those
snow?
sweater-
Let
Let
it
it
snow.
snow.
That's what
Let
it
it blow, baby.
snow.
Let it blow.
Oh,
Y'all have
yeah.
anyone to bless with a whose
Do I
man's
have
is this?
anyone? No, I don't think I have anybody. I'm trying to think. Nope.
None?
We're gonna bless all these Lizzo people who are.
Yes.
We're blessing Lizzo her damn self.
We could bless
We are blessing
Lizzo. We
Lizzo
could bless
herself. Hey, who
everyone
is
who
this?
was making an excuse for Lizzo. I could bless the person who even had the audacity to mention Miss Universe being in a bikini for a competition.
Hey, who mans is this?
Yeah, she gotta get one too. She probably in the mix too. She in the mix.
F
You
it.
know.
This.
I could bless the person who was trying to compare being body confident at the beach and being body confident at a damn basketball
And
game.
even
Hey, who mans is this?
you still have cover-ups too.
Yes.
Yeah, we still do, and they sell them. You know, a lot of women still wear cover-ups at the beach.
Know how to present yourself, man. Come on. Seriously.
For the,
do
you
better.
know what's so interesting though, y'all, real quick, for the fact that a lot of men kind of spoke out and actually said it was inappropriate. They did not talk anything. Well, no, I've seen a couple men talking about her size, but for the most part, most of the guys actually was like, no, they just was just in poor taste. The outfit was inappropriate. I was
Facts.
really shocked.
You got some people that was out there looking to pinpoint the specific people that's making it about her weight. And that's
Right.
their whole
Yeah.
argument.
Yeah.
They ignoring everybody else. It's like it's not about her weight.
Yeah.
The 8 out of 10
So-
people that's like it's not about the weight.
Everyone
Shout
has
out to the men.
specified what the focal point was, and it was just like, you know what? No.
Well, that guy over there said about the weight. So
Yeah.
but
When
it's
it
30
one ear and
people
out the
over here
other.
that said it ain't. We don't care about them. I'm
Yeah, they
focused
don't
on
even
him.
care.
All of y'all think how he think.
Oh my goodness, man. But listen, we appreciate you guys getting in the mix. Shout out to our callers calling in and getting in the mix. We truly appreciate it. Again, you guys can call us up and get in the mix. We're gonna close out 2019 on a bang. Chi-Town's Finest, your 1 year anniversary is coming up too.
Coming soon. It's coming soon.
It's coming soon.
No, it's the 12th.
It's coming soon.
Coming soon. This Thursday, right?
This Thursday.
Yeah, this Thursday, man.
saying.
So we definitely have to do something.
Yes, we're gonna celebrate in 1 year.
Shout out to my cousin too. Her birthday is Thursday as well.
My nephew's
So
birthday
that's-
Thursday also.
Oh, that's lit. So
Oh wait, my brother's birthday on the 20th. He having a whole party, a silent party. Shout out to my brother.
you can promote that next week
Oh
because
yeah,
the 20th is next
I forgot.
week.
My bad. I'm promoting it next week.
Nah, it's cool though. It's cool. Shout out to your bro. But listen, man, catch us next week, same time, same place. Get in the mix. Radio on Fire. It's your big dog Kid 6. Chi-Town's Finest Carlton, your dig, and your girl Leah, aka the therapist, and so effing classy, and we out of here.
Party over here.